Good evening, everyone. My name is Debbie Singleton, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I come to you live Monday evenings at 7 p.m. Arizona time. And I was away last week, so I wasn't live, but I'm here this week. But I won't be here again next week because I will be away, I believe, on vacation. I'm vacationing so much this month that I'm not sure actually when I'm here and when I'm not here. So it's kind of confusing. And it's crazy. I'm like all over the place. And so my table's a mess. I'm a mess. I was getting stuff ready. I came back and had to do laundry. And so I was like crazy. I didn't get a chance to actually figure out what I wanted to do until today. So I was just scatterbrained and I was doing errands because we're leaving again tomorrow. So I was just like running around, still doing stuff. And so, oh my goodness, it was crazy. So I was looking through, I'd gotten this set, the Masterfully Made Suite, and I had wanted to work with it, but I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So I was kind of skimming through and looking through some stuff, and this lady had kind of shown some things about how you can set up to do different segments on bundling your, I'm not sure how she said it, I'm sorry. When you do like a leaves and focal point, that's what I wanted, how to do a focal point. So I read up on how she did that and I really, really liked it. So kind of messed around with it, and then I saw a couple other people how they did that. So that's what I did today. So it took me a long time today to figure it out on how to do focal points. And so I kind of combined a couple of different things she did and what someone else did. So one of our ladies, Michaela, she did one similar, and I kind of took a little bit of what Robin did and what Michaela did. So it's really pretty. So this whole suite, you get this beautiful paper. This paper is gorgeous. I think all of our paper is, but I really liked this particular paper. All of it is. I mean, this whole suite is wonderful. So this paper, all these colors in this. I mean, you could use any of the colors, but the other side has got this, but this paper is like it's torn. So this in here, there's all these different colors that it's torn paper, which is such a fun paper to play with. And then other papers in here, like it's got this like stamped set in it, which is also what's in the set. So the Gorgeously Made has this little set. Let me switch it over here. I'm like rambling, I'm sorry. I know, because I was busy. I know, but I since I haven't been on here and I'm not sure if I'm going to be on here next week, I thought, well, I'll just step in here and do a live. It's taking me like forever. So this set is super cute. So this is like, it's like someone stamped on, like it's like a newspaper print. It's super cute. Let's see if I can push it over this way. So some of the paper is like that on the back of it. So it's really awesome. And then there's a stamp in here like this, and then a stamp like this, and then these leaves, and then this. So it's like the edge of a paper, which is really awesome. And then there's 3 greetings. You're a great friend. Thank you and hello. And then the die set is awesome. So I used the stamp part of that, and then the die set, I haven't even got it. I've only played with these 3 pieces. So I played with the leaf and this leaf, and then this for the played with the 2 leaves and the greeting. And then this is really fun. I saw it used, and it's like the edge of a notebook. So like if you have a notebook edge, that's what that is. And that's really cool. And this is if you want to tear the paper. Well, I tore the paper myself, which is really fun. But this, if you don't want to tear the paper, you can do that. So I can't wait to do some more with it. But and it's all over the place because I had it and put it on the, I usually put it on my, now I can get it back in here. Put it, I put it so it's adhered, but it's really fun. So what I did was I also used a tag. So I used a tag punch, and this tag punch, it's actually online. So if you want to purchase this, let me know. Just send me a little message and say you want to purchase this, and I'll help you purchase it online. It's amazing. I've actually used it a couple of times. I used it at home. I reorganized my linen closet, and then I made tags, and I used the tags. And so this is 2 inches. This little thing here is 2 inches, and it's perfect. So it's called the Scallop Tag Topper Punch, and it makes the really pretty, I'm somehow not in there, really pretty tag topper. So I used that. I loved it. So this is the card we're going to make. Makes an amazing card. Now you can also pick a different saying if you want to. So if you don't want a saying that's in this, of course we have a ton of sayings that you can pick to do that. But I saw this card and I just kind of took a little bit of everybody's. So it's super easy to make. So I picked some of these colors out of this paper and did this. So it's really super easy. So I have my paper here. I know I have all of them cut out. There we go. So we did, for the card base, I used fresh freesia, which again, it's purple. Yes, and I went back to my purple. So it's your basic card base. It's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to fold that and sure it's folded, and for some reason I didn't get this quite even on either of my cards. Again, I was like not paying attention when I was cutting it, so it's kind of weird. All right, so we'll use this side so when it opens it up. And then what I did was I took that little, like, looks like newspaper print that's half newspaper print and half not. And I opened this up and I just started I took the fresh freesia and I randomly stamped on it so that you have some of the stamp on there. So I just got some of that on there. And I just, and I half on, half off, and randomly stamped. And I just wanted a little piece over here. So then I just got a piece of white and I just wanted some over here. So I just wanted it crisscrossed. So I just stamped there. That way you can stamp on here, but it stamps there too. So then it's partially on there. That's all the stamping I did on this whole card. I didn't really stamp very much. And then I used Pretty Peacock, and this is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And then I used the really pretty DSP paper, designer paper series. And you could go either way. There is kind of like in the background, there's like words on there, but it doesn't really matter either. And this, I did the same size as I did the Pretty Peacock. So I did this the same, 3.5 by 4 3/4. And then I tore this myself. And the fun part is you get leftover parts. So I just kind of went, and I didn't go in any direction. I didn't go in any specific spot. I just, I just kind of, I just kind of just started tearing it and gave me whatever it gave me. And then I had some left over. So I'm going to save that. And then I had an idea to put that on the inside of the card when I was just sitting here, but you can use it for another card too. So then we're going to adhere that to this piece, and I cut it the same size so that it will be even there and there. This is our tag piece. So I made this 2 inches. So sorry, I made this 2 inches by 4.5. And then we put that will fit. So I made it 2 inches so it'll fit exactly inside here. And then if you turn it over, you'll be able to see that where the tag part will come out. So it's 2 inches, and then and then that gives you that really pretty tag part. Now you can do a plain tag if you want to. You can just cut, we have several tag toppers, but you can do just a plain old tag if you want to too. But I thought that fancy tag would be really kind of nice too. So I pulled out this tag topper. And then I already, there somewhere, oh, here we go. So I already cut out the dies for us just because I knew I wouldn't have enough time. And so we're actually going to put the tag topper down first. Now, what I did was I kind of put it at an angle just because I thought that it looked better. And then I put this down. So I put the tag topper at this angle. I'm somehow not in the, everything's gone all crazy. Poor thing. So I put it at an angle, and then I put this down just so that it all kind of looked nice. So I'm going to put some glue on here, and then I'm going to put some glue on here. It's really an easy card. It just took me forever to figure it out. And I like I said, I kind of cased it from a couple of people. All right, so I'm going to wait, but I'm going to not seal this. I'm going to kind of stick this down, but not really stick it down until all right, so I'm going to let it sit there for a minute, and then I'm going to put my glue on my tag. Put my tag down. There we go. Now I'm going to adhere both of them. Okay. Now I'm ready to adhere my leaves. And you could do either. You could put the white behind the green, or the green on top, whichever. And I kind of ended up putting the green and then the white on top. So to do that, I just kind of put just a little bit of glue, and we're going to just glue some of it down. So just stick some glue, just, a little bit here and here, just so that it's going to stick down. Put a little bit up here. You don't want to squeeze the glue out too much because you don't want to get too much on there. So. Okay. And we're going to do some glue on our little white one. This green color is one of our new colors, and it actually is really pretty. And it's called, I always get it wrong, so I'm going to look. It's called Lemon Lime Twist. Such a neat name. All right, so now we're ready to put the white one. Stick that down. Okay. And then what I did was I used our embossing. She used all these colors. These colors in this is so pretty, and there's so many of them. So she pretty much used all the colors. So this tag is Berry Burst, and I thought that is so ingenious to use all these colors. I really had picked this paper out before I saw the lady that did that I kind of cased some of this from, and I had really picked out this paper, and I was like, what am I going to do with this? And so I kind of put two of these things together, and she used this paper, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a great way to use this. And this is one of the things that she did was she used this Nina Navy. There's a Nina Navy in here. There's so many colors in this paper. And so she used the Nina Navy, and this is in the die set too. And again, it's like it's torn. This is such a neat idea to have paper torn, and I don't know why we hadn't done that before, but it's really awesome. So when you stamp on dark paper, it's kind of sometimes hard to see it. So we use Versamark, and then we emboss on it. So we're going to emboss with white, sorry, get my words straight. So again, I'm going to say thank you, but we can say hello or whatever, but I'm going to say thank you because I have it out. So Versamark is clear. So when you stamp with this, it's clear, but you'll be able to kind of see the clear. You won't be able on camera, but when you stamp with this, you'll be able to see that it's clear. And I didn't really get my other one quite centered, but no big deal. But you can see that, but you won't be able to really see it a lot on the card, but at least you can see that it's stamped on there, so that's good. And you'll want to put all this away because when you get the powder on, it will get everywhere and it will stay on there, so you don't want to do that. So I have the powder, and I have white powder. You can do it in any color. You can pick what color you want to do it, but I thought white powder would be nice. So we're gonna get some white powder out, and you just kind of put the white powder on, then you get it off, and I just use a little brush and get off all the other excess powder to get off of there, because that powder will, once we hit the heating tool, it will heat on there. If you have the powder right there, it will heat right on there. So I try to get all the excess off where I don't want it to heat on there. Okay. And a word to the wise that you put away the heating or the embossing, because once you turn this on, it will go everywhere. So you don't want to do that. So put that away. And another thing, get yourself some little tweezers or something to hold on to this, because this gets hot and your fingers will get hot. So you can't really tell in the, it's just kind of a dull white, but when it embosses, it turns to a bright white. You can see it when you're doing this, and it's just like magic. and magic, it's white. There we go. Now you can see it. So magic, it's white. It's just so, it's such an awesome thing. We have all kinds of colors. I mean, we have black, we have gold, we have silver, copper, we have white. So we have some beautiful colors too. So if you want to do any other colors. Okay. So then I thought, I saw that she put the ribbon first. I've never seen that done before. So she put the ribbon and then she put that on top. So you could do it either way. So I put this little, to put a glue dot. Put the glue dot on the ribbon. And this ribbon is super neat. So this is actually Lemon Lime Twist. It comes in a 2-pack with Petal Pink. It's called Ribbon Duo Combo Pack. And so it comes in a 2-pack. And this is really nice ribbon. I love this kind of ribbon. It's easy to work with. It's easy to cut. It's easy to tie. It's really easy. And I'm going to get this to kind of stick down here so that what I'm going to do is I'm going to put small, right there, anyway, put little dimensionals. You could put large dimensionals. That would be okay too. I'm going to put dimensionals on this because I think that will help pop it up. It'll even this out a little bit. I guess you could put large dimensionals on it too, and then you won't have to do as many, but I don't know. I just thought the small ones would be kind of nice to put on it. Okay. I'm going to just kind of I didn't situate this before I put the glue dot down, so now I'm having to fight with it, but we'll be fine. There we go. Thank you. And I'm going to trim this. I don't want them quite as long, but I always wait until I'm done. Now, I do want a little bit of a tail, but the other one had a longer tail, but that's okay. Now we're ready to put this on the card front, but I just thought that was so pretty, and I didn't have this. So I was watching someone else tie bows, and she was giving a great way to tie bows and gave a good idea. So, okay, so we're ready to put this on. Okay. And then this is light enough. You wouldn't have to put a card or a piece on the inside, but I think that it just finishes the card to have one on the inside. So it's 4 by 5 1/4. So we'll put one on the inside. And like I said, I was sitting here and I'm like, oh, I have that extra piece that I tore off. And I could use it on another card because you could just use another piece anywhere on another card. It wouldn't go to waste, of course. But I thought, oh, that would be so pretty to put it on the inside of this card. I'm going to show you what I thought of. Like, oh, I mean, you still have plenty of room to write, but look at this. Wouldn't this be super pretty to just put it here or here? You could always cut it off, put it here, or put it here. You still have plenty of room to write your sentiment. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, like I said, I cased it from somebody, a couple of people. So I did a couple of different things from a couple of different people that I was searching for different ideas, and both of them had amazing ideas. I had some ideas in my head, and that wasn't working, so I kind of looked at some other things, but um, they were beautiful. I was like, oh my goodness, I wish I would have come up with the ideas, but sometimes you just have ideas that other people, that's why they put them out there, but it was amazing. And so the lady that, her name's Robin, and she was explaining, she had this whole like list of how you have a center focal point, and then you have, so the focal point are these, and then you pick three other things. So this is part of the focal point, and then this, the pretty peacock, and how you put this all together. And I remember when I used to do decorating, that's what it reminded me of. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I never thought of that for a card. So when I used to decorate homes and used to do my decorating, this was kind of how you do this for a card. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I never even thought of that. And I'm like, wow. So it was pretty interesting how she was explaining that. And I'm like, well, that's pretty interesting. So I was like, wow, I'm going to have to start thinking about that when I start thinking about how to do some intricate cards. Usually my cards are pretty easy. They're pretty, but they're easy and simple. And this is an easy card too. It just took my brain a little bit longer to figure out how to do it. But it was really nice how she explained it, and it took a while for me to have to figure out how to do that. But that got me thinking about when I used to do decorating a different way. You're decorating a card. So, well, thanks, Mom. Yeah, we leave tomorrow morning at 8:55. So we'll be, of course, leaving early in the morning to hit the airport. But and then we get back Friday at 12:45 in the afternoon. So we're off again. So, anyways, I hope everyone has a great night. Thanks for joining, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you later. If you need anything, just send me a message.